You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
We are on the horizon of another vasectomy this morning. How are you feeling, Dalby?
I'm feeling okay. I was telling you before we got on the air, you know me, my goldfish memory sometimes. I'm like trying to remember back to October and how, not necessarily the procedure. I remember the procedure. It's just awkward. You know, anytime someone's working in that part of town, it's a little bit uncomfortable.
Did you stock up on your peas to sit on later?
That's the thing is, I didn't have to do the whole, sit on frozen peas.
No?
You watch on TV, a character will get a vasectomy and they're in their tighty whities with the legs up in the air and the bag.
Yeah.
I don't remember having any of that discomfort. I have to drive out of town to get the procedure done. I remember I drove home last time and they won't give you the hard medication if you're getting on the highway.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling okay. Maybe I've just blocked out the bad parts from last time, but
I mean, it couldn't have gone too well last time if you're going back.
well, then maybe that's it, right? Maybe the reason that the recovery process last time was so easy is because he didn't do it right.
It's like one of those weird childhood memories where all of a sudden, things start coming back to you as you're getting closer to the place.
Dude, I'm gonna walk up to the building, hand on the door frame, and just drop into a seizure. No, not again, not again, not again.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Stop this. Why?
Well, since you're going in for your second vasectomy, I figured we did it once before. I want to have a funeral for your balls here.
But it didn't work the first time. You did this the first time, and then I here I am. I have to go back.
There's not very many times in life that you get to say goodbye twice. And, I did have a chance to actually interview your boys.
What?
And, this is what they said.
Please don't kill me. Don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me. Don't kill me.
So if you want to reconsider, you still have time, but no.
That's the sound of future generations crying out for help.
But today, we do remember Dalby's boys for a second time.
Hopefully final time.
And, I've got a few words for you. I wrote a poem, if that's okay.
Oh, a poem now. Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm trying not to get
Very choked up.
choked up here, yeah. Today we say goodbye, Dalby's boys, for the last time.
Maybe.
Hopefully they got one last slime. What a run you had. Don't be mad. Some consider you like a peak Michael Phelps. Swimming through adversity, coming out on top. Praying like a wounded horse. But you could just get one more shot. Today we officially raise your used Kleenex to the rafters.
Oh.
I wish I could say you're on to greener pastures. Don't be scared, though. It's all for the best. Well, considering your owner's hardware and needs some enhancers to finesse.
Stop.
But of course, not everything lasts forever.
Wow, the fake cry.
But then again, we were here once before, so never say never.
No, don't you put that evil into this universe.
Never say never.
This is it. This is the end.
And I do have a special song dedicated to your boys here.
Oh, come on.
Here's some Papa Roach.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You a lucky underwear guy?
I don't really wear underwear.
Fair enough.
I usually go commando. If you want me to be honest.
Yeah, no, always honest, always honest. Do you have a lucky powder that you put on?
No. Why?
I'm just nervous because I'm going for the vasectomy part 2 today, and the doctor told me when I went the first time, I had to sort of buy this they call it a support package, and it comes with. They're not Sax underwear, but they're that style, with the pouch, right?
It's got the hanger there.
Supportive, and it's supposed to help in the recovery process.
Okay.
So when we were talking on the phone to set up the appointment, he's like, do you still have the underwear from your first appointment? I said, yeah. He goes, okay, make sure you're wearing those, and then we don't have to worry about getting you another pair.
So you think those are bad luck is what you think?
Well, as I'm sitting here, as the clock ticks closer to the appointment, All I'm thinking about is what went wrong the first time and how can I rectify? Is there anything I can do? Like, it's a feeling of kind of helplessness when somebody else is in charge of the procedure, right? So what can I do? What can I take charge of? And I'm thinking, well, what if it's the underwear? What if it's the underwear's fault that I have to do this?
You sound like a
again?
superstitious baseball pitcher right
Sometimes-
now.
So, like, I'm not a superstitious person. Generally, I don't really have a lot of superstitions. I don't care about black cats. If a ladder's in my way, I'll walk under it to get where I'm going. My favorite number is 13. I wore it on every jersey when I played sports. But I do kind of believe in lucky and unlucky clothing.
I mean, when I played hockey with guys, there was a lot of guys who like wore the same underwear when they play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of guys in general. I don't know if you call them their lucky underwear, but I feel like every guy does hold on to like a pair of boxers or briefs for like way too long where the waistband is just hanging on there.
And there's holes in everything. All sense of elasticity is long gone.
I will say, like, I don't really wear underwear that often,
Right.
not to bring that up again, but like when you do find a pair of Gitch that fits right,
That's just it.
it's hard to come by again.
That's just it, man. Like, I found a brand that I like. I own like 20 of the same pair of underwear now.
It's like a good couch, you know, you got to work it in, right? You figure out how it works for you. It kind of fits your body a little bit.
I guess I have worn these underwear since October on numerous occasions.
What's the oldest pair of underwear you got going right now?
I would say the oldest pair of underwear that I have now is probably... I've got pairs that are at least 10 years old, but I don't wear them.
So you have underwear that's older than your kids.
I have underwear that has outlived my son so far. But the reason is they're at the bottom of the underwear drawer. I'm just bad at getting rid of stuff. I've got these old Hanes boxer briefs that are uncomfortable as hell. They're still there after 10 years. I probably should throw them out. In terms of regular use, probably 4 years. I would say, yeah, I when we moved here to do the show, I got rid of a lot of stuff to make the moving process easier, and I replaced a lot of underwear. So I would say 4 years.
You've got some briefs that are graduating high school right now.
They've put in a full presidential term, and you know what? They're looking for re-election.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, man, what's the oldest pair of Gitch you got in your drawers right now?
They're 15 years old.
15.
Damn.
15 years old. I only wore them like, I don't know, maybe a dozen times. They were a gift from my dad, and they had on the backside of them, lunatic fringe was written on the back of them. And I've hung on to them forever, and that's just because they had that special saying on them.
So you say you don't wear them very often, though.
No.
What is the special occasion when you bust out the lunatic fringes?
It's always at a Christmas time whenever I'm with my parents.
So this is your nice Gitch? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're my going out Gitch.
Hey, I'm sure there's tons of people that have specific underwear that they wear when they go on dates and stuff too.
I just love the idea of like, this is a big night. Break out the formal china, break out the good dishware, the tablecloth, and put on your special Gitch.
We've also got friend of the show Matt on the phone. Matt, what is the oldest underwear boxer brief combo you got in your drawers?
Okay, so I don't know how old they are. They were my granddad.
Hold up.
They're your granddads?
Okay, so they were my granddads. Okay, so I was caring for my grandparents from 2017 to 2020.
Okay.
My grandfather passed away in 2019. Now, the reason I was caring for my grandparents was my grandfather had cancer, and my Nana has Alzheimer's.
Oh, sorry, man.
So when I was down there, so Nana got to the point where she could no longer really do much for herself. So I was doing all the laundry, and I was still going to work, and my granddad's cancer. He was still kind of functional around the house, but he never really did the laundry. So I was doing the laundry, and after Granddad passed away in 2019, Nana was going through the drawers and would start giving me his underwear. And I said, well, Nana, I said, these were Granddad's underwear. They're not mine. She's like, no, Granddad never wore these. I'm like, yeah, Nana. I said, those are Granddad's underwear. I know my underwear. I know my underwear, Nana. And she says, no, these are yours. So at one point, I just grabbed all of my grandfather's underwear so I wouldn't have to deal with the conversation again.
Right.
Do you ever wear them is the question.
I have run into a few situations where I've gone past laundry day.
You get into the granddads.
They have been my emergency gitch.
Do you feel like he's with you when you wear them at least?
It's not the same support.
But it's support nonetheless, brother.
This is the Brock and Dalby podcast.
We did get a text from someone who said, I have a pair of underwear from when my son was born when he was 19. They're more like assless chaps now, but they're the most comfortable thing in the world.
Well, yeah, because there's no bottom. You're just wearing an elastic belt.
Friend of the show, Ashley, you had a great theory on why we keep our underwear so long.
Yeah, well, I think the reason why people might hold on to underwear for so long, especially like underwear they don't wear, is maybe the same reason why you pack extra when you go on a trip. What if you run out of all your good underwear at the same time? What are you going to do?
That's a great point.
See, the thing is, though, not unlike when you're on vacation, you can just go buy more if you run out.
But Dalby, what if you can't? You never know. What if it's an emergency?
Yeah. What if the apocalypse happens and everybody raids Walmart? You're only stuck with the git you got.
My brother, you already don't wear underwear. What the apocalypse already came for you. What are you talking about?
Although I suppose you are right. We can probably just Uber underwear at this point.
I will say, though, another theory is like, you know how you probably have a lot of T-shirts in your closet that you don't wear, that don't fit, but you're like, oh, this is a band shirt that I love or whatever it is. There's probably a lot of people that are nostalgic about their underwear sometimes. They're like, I had some good times in these, man.
Or all I need to do is work out for the next few days, and I'll be able to fit in those again.
No, that's why underwear have elastic bands. I never have to worry about my underwear getting mad at me.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
There's this new trend on TikTok that I highly recommend you try if you're a guy. It's called calling the homies to say goodnight, where you call your boys and you wish them sweet dreams before they go to bed, and the reactions are fantastic.
I don't think I've said goodnight to my homies since sleepovers in grade school.
I tried it out with a few of my buddies, and it did not disappoint. Here's my buddy Derek.
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up?
Nothing. I was just getting ready for bed. I just wanted to say goodnight.
Wait, what?
I was just, settling up for the night here. Just wanted to call you and say goodnight.
Oh, well, good night to you.
Yeah, man. Hope you have a good sleep.
Yeah.
I got a text from his girlfriend like a few minutes later. She's like, is everything okay?
Are you all right?
Derek said you called to wish him a good night. And then I sent her the video and she laughed her ass off.
Isn't that kind of like the indictment of where we are now? Is you called your friends to wish them good night and everybody's like, are you good?
Yeah. Well, listen to this one with my buddy Shibley here.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready for bed and just was thinking about you there and I just wanted to say goodnight.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Hope you have a good night and get a good sleep there and yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you too.
You good?
Yeah, man, yeah, just
Okay.
just getting ready for bed and I don't know, I just figured, I'd never say goodnight to you, so.
I love you.
Yeah, what's so funny about that?
Nothing.
I don't know, I thought it was just kind of like a nice thing. I don't know.
It is very nice. I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just feel like as guys, we should probably start doing more stuff like this, so.
Hell yeah, man. I'll say goodnight to you every night if you want.
That's a real bro.
That's a homie right there. I'm just picturing, because you've got that the bachelor party this weekend, 12 dudes in a cabin. It's going to be like the end of an episode of The Waltons with everybody just yelling from bedroom to bed. Night, Brock. Night, Derek.
I don't know why when I called my buddy John, he was the only one I really couldn't hold it together for. And his reaction was great.
Rocco.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good, just...
What's that? Hello?
Had to put him on mute for a second.
Rocco.
I'm just getting ready for bed here. Just wanted to call and say goodnight.
For what?
Just getting ready for bed.
Dude.
Good night, bro. Oh, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, no, I just hope you have a good night's sleep, and I was just thinking about you before bed, so.
Man. Well, thank you, Brock. Appreciate that. You good night. Sweet dreams, buddy. I love you.
He texted me like 10 minutes later. He's like, "Are you on mushrooms or something?"
I'll tell you right now, you would have done two things to me if you'd killed me like that. One, I would have been worried that you were on drugs. And two, I would have got out of bed and searched my entire house because I would be like, he's pranking me. He's done something. And I need to search.
Highly recommended. If you got nothing going on this weekend, call the homies to say goodnight. They might appreciate it.
This is the Brock and Dalby podcast.
Brendan Shanahan has officially been let go by the Toronto Maple Leafs, or at least they're just not going to renew his contract.
Right.
They actually have given him permission to talk with the New York Islanders. So after 11 years, it looks like the Shana plan has officially failed.
See, you guys kept trying to steal from the Red Wings, and it didn't work out for you at any point in the last 11 years, so congratulations.
It is crazy, though, because, I mean, I know a lot of people say what I just said, the Shana plan didn't work, but then you think about, like, sure, haven't gotten the cup.
Oh, yeah, well,
but there's been a lot of progression. Think about it. We went 9 years without, like, making the playoffs.
Right.
So there is a little bit of a turnaround, but at the end of the day, like he said in his exit statement, like he wanted to bring us the cup and he regrets not being able to do that. And I mean, you can't be there that long and have the end goal not in sight.
Yeah.
So
he left the place better than he found it, but he didn't get where he wanted to go. So people will debate his successes over the coming years. My biggest question is, will you be applying for the job?
I should.
I think you should.
I think every Leafs fan should apply for the job because apparently we all know what to do.
All I want to do is just go on Twitter and just search the word Maple Leafs and see how many people should be applying for this job.
It would be hilarious if they did hire just some average Joe just to prove how wrong we all actually are.
Just put Steve Dangle in there. See how it goes.
That guy'd have a heart attack.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
You know those beds that you can like adjust the head and the foot of the bed into like different angles?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, science is saying that if you do it, they call it zero gravity sleep. It's like a NASA term where your head is elevated and then it goes into like the dip of your hips and then back up and bends again at your knees so your feet are elevated. They say that is the best sleep position for your body.
I disagree. I had many sleepovers in friends' basements on their terrible couches like that growing up.
I was going to say, it just sounds like sleeping on a saggy couch with your feet up on the armrest, your head just all contorted off to the side.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it, man. Like, I start on my side, which obviously would mean that now I'm like sagging in a hammock trying to sleep in these things. I've always looked at the commercials with the manually adjustable beds and just thought, that's a hospital bed.
Yeah, when did hospital beds become cool to take home?
Why are we spending thousands of dollars to bring a hospital bed home and put fancy bamboo sheets on it?
Yeah.
Like, just sleep on your stomach and wake up in back pain like a normal adult.
Although there is something cool about just like actually being in full comfort in bed and being able to like rise up a little bit there just to watch your shows.
Do the Undertaker move just to see what's going on?
Yeah.
I do think that would be the problem. If I get into bed, I don't just like go to sleep right away. We have a TV. We'll watch TV for a little bit before we turn the lights off and go to sleep. And I'll like wedge myself up with pillows and stuff. If my bed is at like a 35, 45 degree angle, I'm just going to want to watch TV. I'm just going to put a show on. I'm not going to get any sleep like this.
Yeah.
And then I also worry about those beds because like, I don't know about you, but every device I've ever had is manufactured in one way or another over the time of its life.
Sure.
What if it just starts bending you in your sleep?
I mean, you see that in movies all the time, but one of the biggest things I've always wondered is like a lot of couples get them now, right?
Yeah.
Where they're each side has its own comfort zone or
Yeah.
whatever.
You set the temperature, set your angles.
How does that work when you're getting jiggy with it? Like, can you only stay on one side of the bed? Are you not allowed to go in the middle? Is your leg gonna fall through?
Is there like an emergency button on the sign for getting it on? that flattens out both sides, right?
Is it like one of those sketchy hotel mattresses? You put in a quarter, it starts shaking on you there a little bit? Some folks might pay extra money for that.
Now that's zero gravity, baby.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Diddy trial is going on right now. Some wild stuff has been coming out for the past couple of weeks.
Oh, it's been a cavalcade of nonsense.
But a weird headline caught my eye yesterday.
Okay.
Jurors at bombshell Diddy trial learn disgusting way he likes his hamburgers as ex-employee testifies.
His hamburgers?
Yeah, like a former assistant or whatever of his was on the stand, and they were talking about all the stuff that Diddy requires for his freak-offs.
Oh, the like weird sex parties.
And apparently one thing that he always needs is applesauce. Specifically that he likes applesauce on his cheeseburgers.
Oh. Just on the, like, not on people?
Didn't say that, but
fair enough.
It did say that he likes it on his cheeseburgers.
They weren't specific, but they did say he likes cheeseburger applesauce.
This is a real quote from the New York Post, by the way. Jurors grimaced when it was mentioned that Combs liked applesauce on his cheeseburgers, with one of the panelists making a gag-like gesture. Of all the gross things that have come up in this trial, and that's the thing that triggered the jury there?
We have literally added the word freak off to our English lexicon because of this trial, and yet somebody heard that he puts applesauce on a burger and went, ugh.
I will say, though, I think the man should just be locked up for that alone.
For what? For the applesauce thing?
That's disgusting.
I mean, applesauce is kind of a pretty common side
on
with
a
meats.
Burger?
I've never heard of it with burgers, but like pork and applesauce. Like if you have pork chops,
pork chops and applesauce,
pork roast, pork loin, apple and pork is like two things that go together.
You think it's like a sweet and savory kind of thing?
It's like having cranberry sauce with your turkey at Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I just can't picture it.
It's like having peanut butter on a burger. We've talked about peanut butter burgers on the show before. It sounds weird, but like I would try it.
Yeah.
Imagine like a couple of smash burger patties, a little bit of cheese, and then just like a thin layer of
smash burger Diddy style.
Okay, well maybe not Diddy style.
Yeah, I don't think you can eat it just because he did it. Like it's kind of stained.
He ruined it before I ever got a chance to fall in love.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We're talking about weird food combinations, and before we get to some of our callers here, I do want to say some of you are doing way too much with ketchup.
Someone texted in and said that they have a friend who puts ketchup on Caesar salad, and like, this is the sign you've been waiting for to end that friendship.
Shame.
Also, double shame bell for all the people that are saying they like ketchup on their poutine.
Ugh.
Shame.
You should lose your citizenship right now.
There's one other ketchup and chocolate chip cookies that does not sit well with me either.
We've got someone on the line here. What's your weird food combination, man?
Yeah, man. Thought I was grabbing the cinnamon one day for my bagels, or my Eggo waffles, I should say. And I dumped a whole whack of pepper on it. Believe it or not, man, Eggo waffles and pepper with some syrup, the best.
Oh.
You gotta try it.
I'm a big pepper guy. I put probably...
Dude, you gotta try it.
I put a comedic amount of pepper on most of my food. I've never thought once to dump it on the waffle.
Honest mistake, man. I thought it was cinnamon, but it's the go-to now.
Sneezy Eggos.
Sneezy Eggos, that's what it is.
Try it out, man. I guarantee it. $1 million idea.
Yeah, one's not too bad, actually.
I don't know about $1 million idea, but like, hey, I got a pepper mill on the table. Next time I'm doing breakfast, I'll give it a try.
We got Jordan on the phone. Jordan, what's your weird food combination?
Grilled cheese and maple syrup.
How'd you stumble upon that?
One of my cousins when I was younger showed me it, and I tried it then. I was probably about 10 years old, and I haven't stopped.
Were you guys under the influence by any chance?
No, not that young.
Well, I was going to say, you might be 10, but how old was the cousin?
Now, are we dipping the grilled cheese in the syrup, or are we like putting it on top of the cheese before
Pancake
you?
style.
Yeah.
No, we got to dip it. You got to dip it.
Just a bowl of maple syrup.
Just the stickiest sandwich of all time.
Oh, but it's so good.
Now, some people will do like a ketchup with their grilled cheese. Have you ever tried like crossing the borders there? Have you ever tried both?
No, absolutely not. Ketchup
That's
and
too
cheese,
crazy,
I don't think that would be good.
We found the man's line.
Yeah. That's where I draw it. That's for sure.
Hey, thanks for sharing, man. I mean, it's not too far-fetched because you think of, like, the McGriddle,
Right.
stuff like that, right?
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. It does make sense. Sweet and savory is absolutely a combination, so that makes sense.
All right, we'll take one final caller here. We got Cabby Pete on the phone. Cabby Pete, what's your weird food combination?
Well, I like dunking peanut butter sandwiches into orange juice.
But why?
I don't know. I've been doing it since I was a kid. My mom, and the reason why I started doing it was my mom used to make peanut butter cookies that the recipe called for orange juice. And they were the best peanut butter cookies ever. And I thought one day, you know what, why not cook my sandwiches? And I loved it.
Is this something you're comfortable doing in front of people, or do you just do behind closed doors?
Well, I don't do it in front of everybody, that's for sure. It is. I do get some weird looks when I do it in front of anybody. My ex-wife used to tease me on it, but then he used to eat peanut butter and cheese whiz. So.
Keywords ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pete, do you ever get one of those moments like when you're eating the Chips Ahoy and you dunk it in the milk for too long and it kind of breaks off into the milk and you got to fish it out? Does that ever happen with the sandwich?
Absolutely.
What do you do? Do you go after it?
Yeah, you just drink the orange juice when it's done. Away you go.
Now that's pulp.
Exactly, yeah.
This is the Brock and Dalby podcast.
All right, let's get into rock impressions, or rather Oz impressions. This is the final one we are going to do this week for $100 in Lotto Max tickets.
$40 million jackpot up for grabs tonight with Lotto Max. You win $100 if you're our best contestant today.
We are not looking for a song today, but we are looking for probably the greatest Ozzy impression of all time that you could ever do.
It's the one that no matter how much Ozzy or Sabbath you've ever listened to in your life, you've heard. This is the thing that unites us all.
Sharon!
Sharon!
All right, so we have got 3 Sharon Yellers on the phone right now. If you are not one of them, as always, you are a judge. Let us know who does the best.
Sharon!
And we'll give them $100 in Lotto Max tickets. We start with line 1 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
It's Mark.
Mark, all right, man. What we need from you is just this.
Sharon!
You think you can do that Ozzy impression for us?
We'll give her a shot.
All right, let's hear it, Mark.
Sharon!
All right. Not bad.
It's all right. Stay on hold, Mark. All right, let's go to line 2 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Melissa.
Melissa, all right. We need this from you.
Sharon!
Can you do it for us?
Sharon!
There you go. A little more oomph to
That's
it.
a little bit better.
A little more
That's
emphasis.
A little bit better. All right, let's go to line 3 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Sarah.
Sarah, all right. You are in the sweet spot here. What do you think of your competition?
They're pretty good.
All right. Well, we need you to one-up them.
Sharon!
Can you do that?
I'll do my best.
All right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sharon!
All right. That was okay.
I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a little bit more.
I was expecting a little bit more. Right now, it's between 1 and 2 for me. I lean 2. I'd be okay with trying 4.
Do we take one more caller? Do we drop number 3?
Sorry to Sarah. Thank you for playing. Safely droppable.
Okay, we take one more caller here. Hey, good morning. Who is this?
Good morning, it's Matt.
Max. All right, dude. You know what we need you to do.
Sharon!
Don't disappoint here.
All right, you ready for it?
Yeah.
Sharon!
There it was.
That's
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Sometimes you just got to dust yourself off and try again, you know? You get the ding and the round of applause and $100 in Lotto Max tickets, all right, my man?
Right on, thanks, guys.
If you happen to win the big jackpot tonight, some nickels and dimes for the fellas, or maybe...
I know what to do.
You'll take us to that concert?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Concert!
All right, we can all have drinks on you and yell that at Ozzy throughout the entire show.
Hell yeah.
Right on, sounds good.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Do you remember the band All American Rejects?
The name more than the music, yes.
I'll keep you my dirty little
That's
secret.
right. Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. Move along, move along. Anyways, they're doing something kind of cool because ticket prices are so expensive for concert venues and stuff right now. They are kind of giving a middle finger to big venues. And what they are doing right now is they're playing house shows across North America right now.
Like actual at houses?
Yeah. They've played some in Minneapolis, Chicago, and one other place. I've been seeing it on TikTok and Instagram, and they actually have a website right now where you can apply to have the All-American Rejects come to your house party and play.
That's pretty sick. The only thing that I hope is that part of the application process is that fans have to do crib-style tours of their home to sell it as a venue.
Oh, you got to imagine there's some serious background checks going into this.
Oh, absolutely. They would have to ask a million questions before they could actually do it. But just the collection of videos you'd get from fans of the All-American Rejects showing off like their fridge and their living room.
Well, hell, just even in our city, there's some neighborhoods that the All-American Rejects might pull up to and be like, that's a no for me, dog.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Yeah, today's word is dogmatic. Yep, dogmatic. 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 And it's given to the expression of strong opinions as if they were facts. Okay, well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You got to believe the facts, too. Anyway, that just about does it. Have a great one. Cheers her up.
Like said, dogmatic.
It's basically when somebody believes in something and they'll tell you it as though it's fact. Like when you say to me, there's always next year. That's just your opinion. There's no fact about
That's
it.
being dogmatic.
With the Maple Leafs. You're being dogmatic in that they could win.
Those are my principles, though.
It's your whole belief system.
So if you don't believe in what you're saying, are you catmatic then?
No, if you're catmatic, you just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Basically, you're an anarchist if you're catmatic.
Dogmatic. Use it wherever you can today. All right?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.